Doorbusters begin at 8 a.m.
Preview Black Friday specials online at morefurniture.com.
CBS 47 Renew Ride. Enter online now for your chance to win.
Eyewitness News starts now.
Next on Eyewitness News at 6, the Grapevine is now open again after heavy snowfall shut it down earlier this Thanksgiving Day. Plus, despite the holiday, a lot of first responders are still on the job today. We'll take a closer look. Plus, a raid on a Valley gas station is caught on camera. We'll show you more.
And a little more rain and snow today, tomorrow, before another big storm system this weekend in your pinpoint forecast.
This is Murrow and Emmy Award-winning CBS 47 Eyewitness News at 6.
Earlier today, heavy snow brought traffic to a standstill, but now this Thanksgiving Day, traffic is once again up and running on the Grapevine. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for tuning us in. I'm Ken Malloy. Catherine Herr is off tonight. Topping our news at this hour, heavy snow did shut down Interstate 5 this morning at the Grapevine, but crews were able to reopen the interstate around 3 o'clock this afternoon. Caltrans and the CHP are still warning drivers to slow down and take it easy. Caltrans advises drivers to slow down when there are workers out on the roads as well. They're also advising you to take a blanket, snacks, and water in the car just in case you're delayed.
Good evening to you. I'm CBS 47 meteorologist Justin Sacher. Yes, more snow today, more snow tomorrow, but another big storm system this weekend. We start, though, with a look through our ValleyCam network. It's powered by Master Storage 365, and this is a live view from the Kauai Delta camera in Visalia. You see the wet conditions. We actually have some heavier showers moving into Visalia right now. It is 46 degrees, and visibility is down to 8 miles. You can see them indicated in yellow there on Doppler, so they will be brief, but they are heavier in the area. As we zoom down to where the Grapevine is and back the clock up to early this morning, you can see how snow covered it, shutting down one lane of traffic and then another. Both directions are open again here on I-5, but a zoom out shows we are not done with this first storm system quite yet, and we've got another one on the way. Unfortunately, what it's going to do, it's going to rain and wash down a lot of the snow that's so fresh and nice in places like Shaver. We've got that full report in your pinpoint weather forecast.
Meanwhile, the storm system did deliver a lot of snow to the mountains. The CHP and snowplowers got very busy today, and lots of drivers headed up the mountain. On Highway 168 near Shaver Lake, Craig Jenkins says he's been clearing out roads in the area since yesterday. He says too many people aren't prepared for the snow.
I see a lot of people going as far as they can go, spinning out and deciding to put the chains on in the middle of the road. And that's not always the safest practice.
Jenkins added that the conditions change very fast and the drivers should always be prepared for changing conditions. Meanwhile, up at China Peak, they had a record 4 feet of snow in a 38-hour period. Now more snow, I should say, is in the forecast through the weekend. They could get another 3 feet of snow. The plans are right now to open for the season tomorrow. In news out of the North Valley, one person is dead, another is injured after a car and an RV collided. The CHP says this happened around 1 o'clock this afternoon at Highway 41 and Road 416. That's just south of Chichancy. Witnesses say a car merged into the highway and then was hit by the RV. The driver of the car died on impact. The passenger also suffered major injuries. The driver of the RV and those on board the RV suffered minor injuries. The CHP is looking into exactly what happened. Well, the Black Friday shopping season has officially begun. Many stores opened earlier this evening. Best Buy, Target, Macy's, just to name a few stores that are open right now. Our CBS 47's Kirsten Mitchell has been talking with shoppers, and she joins us live from the Target in Clovis with how it's going there. Kirsten.
Well, Ken, these shoppers, they are hungry for deals, even if it costs them missing a Thanksgiving meal. Now, we're at Target. The doors here, they opened at 5 p.m. Same with Best Buy, where we were a little bit earlier. Both stores, they had long lines, and the most sought-after item that keeps people coming back year to year seems to be those TV deals. Here at Target, folks outside told me they're looking for stocking stuffers and other gifts. Consumers, they are predicted to spend more this year during Black Friday than in any other years. That includes online spending, too. Still, people lined up for hours this afternoon. We spoke to a man who actually spent the night outside of Best Buy.
Cold out, but it's well worth it. So we're hanging out Best Buy to get a TV again. Usual.
And many of these stores that open on Thanksgiving will close overnight to gear up for more shoppers early in the morning. Now you can see maybe inside there, those lines, they are long at the checkouts. People, they're heading out with full carts because that is the beauty of Target. You come here for one thing and you leave with a whole bunch more. And it is worth noting that we were here at 3:30. This parking lot was practically empty. Right now, it'd be hard to find an open spot. That is the latest here from Clovis. Reporting live, Kirsten Mitchell, CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
Kirsten, thank you for that. For some first responders, Thanksgiving means staying on the job to keep the community safe. CBS 47's Medeiros Babb joins us live outside the Clovis Police Department with more on how the community and first responders are giving back today. Medeiros.
Well, Ken, often it is easy to take for granted these holiday seasons and not realize the sacrifices that first responders are making day in and day out, especially on holidays like today when they put their community service before everything else. Turkey, ham, stuffing, and pumpkin pie. These are all of the things we think of when we hear Thanksgiving Day. But this dinner isn't a traditional dinner. It was prepared by Georgia Brackett and a handful of community members to pay tribute to law enforcement who work when called, even on holidays.
I get emotional because I don't think we realize these officers are out protecting us so we can have a nice holiday that's safe. And so those words just ate at me.
Officer John Pino, who moved from L.A. to Clovis 6 months ago, is grateful as he eats his turkey dinner.
Everything we need is just great. I mean, it's really appreciated by not only me, but from the other officers to the chief and down. So I just want to say thank you and happy Thanksgiving.
Other first responders, like the Clovis firefighters, spend their time in between shifts delivering Thanksgiving dinner to those in need.
So, like for me,
Fresno fireman Justin Simmons says although it is tough, it is part of the job he signed up for.
we all love our families and we all wish we could be with them all the time. But, you know, when our shift schedule comes up, then, you know, we show up for work.
To work, to protect, and to put service above all else is the firefighters' motto and mission statement.
It's just something that we live and breathe here in the Fresno Fire Department.
And that is exactly what the holiday is all about, giving thanks and helping others. Reporting live from Clovis PD, Medeiros Babb, CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
Medeiros, thank you much for that. About 600 people got a warm Thanksgiving meal today at the Fresno Poverello House. The shelter says they welcome anyone who needs a meal on Thanksgiving Day. They do this every year, and the CEO says the need grows year to year.
It started about 45 years ago with Papa Mike McGarvin feeding people peanut butter sandwiches out of the back of his car. And so this is really at the core of who we are as an organization. We want to feed people that are hungry, and we want to serve people who are in need.
We receive so much from the community. We're very grateful for that, yeah, because that's kind of how we keep going.
Poverello House says they need volunteers year-round, not just during the peak times like the holidays. Also in Fresno, a local businessman is teaming up with others to hand out free barbecue meals to those in need. It's all free. He gathered today in front of stores at Olive and Peach.
I'm ready to serve, woo! Because God is just good. I mean, it's a wonderful thing. Everybody's home with their families. This is my family out here.
People enjoyed tri-tip, ribs, fish, and lots of other fixings. Mr. Rib says he plans on doing this again for Christmas. Meanwhile, today was the annual Turkey Trot in Fresno. There was a 5K run along with a 2-mile walk and a virtual run. The race started at 8 o'clock this morning at Woodward Park in Fresno. Some dressed up, and some say they plan to do this again next year.
Get that workout in the morning, get the adrenaline pumping, then you can eat everything inside.
The race, by the way, benefits the Central California Food Bank. Police in Parlier are investigating an overnight break-in at a gas station. Take a look at this. Officers say that 2 masked suspects broke into the gas station around 1 o'clock this morning. They smashed the front door in, ransacked the business, and then got into a vehicle and drove away. Officers released these pictures of the suspects. Anyone with information on the crime is asked to contact the Parlier Police Department. Fresno police are investigating a shooting towards a home. It happened this afternoon. Officers responded to shots fired in the area of Collins and Tulare. They arrived to find that no one was hurt. 5 bullets did hit the home. No suspects have been identified yet. Investigators are not saying if anyone was inside the home at the time of the shooting. Coming up next on Eyewitness News at 6, how the rain is helping firefighters down in Santa Barbara County to battle the cave fire. Plus, what small businesses are doing to get back on their feet following those blackouts last month by PG&E.
All around us, news is happening. And when news breaks, you have questions. CBS 47 works to get you answers, investigating the issues you care about, to be your voice, to be your eyewitness, and to make sense of it all. Every night, Murrow and Emmy Award-winning Eyewitness News investigates with Ken Malloy and Catherine Herr on CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
Pass the gravy on Thursday and skip the madness on Friday. The better Black Friday sell-a-thon is on at your California Ford dealers. The best Black Friday savings are here with a $500 Amazon.com gift card on top of other offers. Now get F-150 with 0 for $72. Lease the 2020 Explorer for $299 per month. Or lease Ranger for $199 per month. Don't forget the $500 Amazon.com gift card Friday only. Get crazy savings during the better Black Friday sell-a-thon at your California Ford dealers.
The after Thanksgiving sale. Save up to 30% off throughout the store. Lazy Boy. Live life comfortably.
This is CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
Well, heavy rains are helping to put out a wildfire in Santa Barbara County. The cave fire burned over 4,000 acres of land this week, threatening homes and causing evacuations. Officials say the rains are helping firefighters to get a handle on this blaze. Fire activity is expected to decrease as more rain continues to fall. Tonight, still no word on what caused the cave fire. This holiday shopping season, the state is hoping to help small businesses rebound from the power shutoffs in October. Capitol Bureau reporter Ashley Zavala shows us how.
After businesses across the state tossed money and time in last month's power shutoffs, state leaders are hoping to bring more rings to registers in small shops across California.
The main thing that they needed is and can use is customers.
Lenny Mendonca is Governor Gavin Newsom's chief economic advisor. He says this week the state is launching a social media campaign to urge visitors and Californians to shop local.
There is every reason to believe that people will be out and support their neighbors. It happens in all sorts of time periods whenever a business is challenged as people come together. There's enormous resonance in the brand, which is California, and people appreciate their local businesses. And so what we really want to do is just have people show them a little bit of love.
Mendonca says October's power shutoffs didn't have a huge impact on California's overall economy, but says small businesses took big hits.
Small businesses in particular generally did not have backup power, and also being able to not have revenues for a couple of days in the busy part of the season can be very problematic to many small businesses who don't have the ability to withstand the loss of revenues for that time period.
The state does offer grants to help those shops in need.
What they really need is people to come and shop. They don't want handouts, they want customers.
This weekend, the state will begin sharing the voices of those small businesses all over social media. In Sacramento, Ashley Zavala, CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
And coming up on Eyewitness News at 6, it's one way to burn off Thanksgiving calories. Why is a man pulling around a Ferris wheel?
And we've got another round of wintry weather headed for our area this weekend. The first round is not over yet. We've got all the details next in your Pinpoint Weather Forecast.
CBS 47 invites you to the Jingle Bell Run.
Benefiting Toys for Tots.
Bring a new toy and get a free hat.
Plus an event sweatshirt and other holiday goodies.
December 14th in Fresno and the 21st in Visalia.
Register online today.
If you want to see a masterpiece, look in the mirror. If you want to own a masterpiece, look to GMC. We are professional grade. Save $4, $6, up to $11,000 off MSRP during the Black Friday sales event. So rush to Fresno Buick GMC now on North Blackstone Avenue or on the web at FresnoBuickGMC.com.
to the everyday adventurers, to the tireless craftsman, to the driven entrepreneur. Thank you for trusting us for 75 years.
We had a special project and we interviewed a lot of different solar companies. Pickett Solar was the one that stood out. Number one, I think, was because of their engineering, that they helped us with our buildings. And it seems like when we had the questions, they were always there to answer the questions to make sure that the project came out right.
All we ask is that you try us first.
Quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs are coming in every day at Fresno Lexus. We have all kinds of pre-owned makes and models that are hand-selected just for you. And the best part is we have a no-hassle, no-haggle fair price clearly marked on every pre-owned vehicle that we stock. So go online right now at FresnoLexus.com. Our inventory is updating daily. All we ask is that you try us first. Fresno Lexus.
Now YourCentralValley.com, pros who know.
Are you injured and out of work? You may be eligible for a voucher program to train you in a new career. Contact PSR Vocational Training Centers now for information.
For more expert advice, go to YourCentralValley.com/pros who know.
Eyewitness News is brought to you in part by Country Club Mortgage. Now, your CBS 47 pinpoint weather forecast.
I'm meteorologist Justin Sacher. Happy Thanksgiving to you. This camera is up at Meadow Lakes and it points to Kaiser Peak, and you can see the weather we saw today included frozen precipitation. There were raindrops on the camera lens as well, and now we have more snow on the ground. So snow totals at China Peak, that 4 feet of snow at 48 inches now in Sequoia National Park, 28 inches, close to 2 feet at Shaver. Hume Lake, more than a foot of snow. Tioga Pass, also more than a foot of snow. And pretty good rain totals. This is rain from the past 3 days, actually. So Fresno getting close to a ½ inch. Lemoore, more than about 2/3 of an inch. Visalia, close to a ½ an inch. And close to 1.5 inches of liquid precipitation up in Yosemite, because temperatures in the valley there in Yosemite are somewhat on the warmer side. Do want to bring your attention down to Visalia, all the way west on the 198 right here till you get to Three Rivers. That's where we're looking at some heavier showers at this time, and the moisture is coming from the south. We're actually looking at a few of these spots that are gaining a little bit of strength. This is Huron right here, and this small cell is headed toward Lemoore. Probably won't do very much, but we are looking at some small showers, but they do have some medium intensity, and they are much more intense in Southern California this evening. We'll see those rain and snow totals gain a little bit over the next 24 hours before fizzling out. Pinpoint forecast is showing another new system coming for the weekend this weekend. This one has more rain than snow because the snow levels are higher, and it is a warmer system, but a very, very distinct cold front there behind this system as it comes on shore on Saturday. So Saturday night is when we'll see some of the heaviest precipitation here, rain on the valley floor, snow in the mountains, and then there's still more wet weather to come through the week ahead. So it looks like we could see rain maybe every day or at least every other day as we go through the week ahead. I put precipitation forecast totals here in two parts. On the left, what we're going to see through the end of the day tomorrow, and then on the right side of the slash is what we're going to see from this next storm system this weekend. Looking at between a ½ inch and 1 inch here on the valley floor this weekend. Several inches of snow still left to fall in mountain areas, but places like Hume Lake and Shaver, that will fall as rain as we go through the weekend, and that's a shame because we have such nice fresh snow there that's just going to be washed down by these showers that are coming. Temperatures will be so warm. Same thing in some of the spots surrounding Yosemite Valley up there, just because of the warmer temperatures. Right now, it is 46 degrees here in Fresno. We've got temperatures in the 30s in Mariposa. Wawona is 29 degrees and 27 right now in Shaver. Solar forecast from Renewable Solar showing electricity generation and the solar power index lower because, of course, the sun is blocked. Pollen forecast next 4 days from Dr. Amaminian has low levels here, and Sierra forecast calling for snow through the rest of the week, this work week, if you call tomorrow a work day. And then we are looking at rain and snow because of these higher freezing levels. You see ranging from the 2000s for the next couple days all the way back to about 7,500 for Sunday and Mondays, rain and snow. For the valley, we'll see a few sprinkles left through tomorrow. Then the next system arrives tomorrow night. We could see those rain showers on again, off again through much of the week ahead.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of moisture headed our way.
Yeah, we need it for sure.
We do. We're going to get it.
All right. Coming up next on Eyewitness News at 6, why is this man pulling a Ferris wheel by himself? We'll explain. But first, here's a preview of tonight's CBS Evening News.
Happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Tonight on the CBS Evening News, surprise visit. We will have the latest on the president's trip to Afghanistan and proposed peace talks with the Taliban. A tough travel, how a sprawling new storm could make the trip home from Thanksgiving treacherous for millions of people. And we will meet some very special veterans who are going the extra mile to give back on the home front. Those stories and a lot more when we see you tonight on the CBS Evening News.
Allard's Art is your local source for all of your drawing and painting needs, from blank canvas to professional framing, plus the Valley's largest assortment of fine pens. Allard's Art on Blackstone and Barstow.
For more information on this business, go to yourcentralvalley.com and click on Central Valley Local.
The After Thanksgiving sale. Save up to 30% off throughout the store.
Lazy Boy. Live life comfortably.
Every child is not the same, and not every child learns in the same way. Choosing a school to nurture your child's interests and talents starts with school choice options. Fresno Unified offers more than 20 school choice programs designed to engage your child's interests, aspirations, and learning styles. Applications for school choice and transfer opportunities are due December 2nd. To learn more or complete an application, visit FresnoUnified.org.
America once made a promise to middle-class kids. Kids like Mike Bloomberg. Work hard and you can make good. But Mike knew it was also important to do good. He built a company from scratch, creating 20,000 jobs with quality health care and paid leave. In the shadow of 9/11, Mike is elected mayor of a shaken city. He rebuilds, creating 400,000 new jobs to help the struggling middle class, improving care and safety for seniors, and raising teacher pay and graduation rates. After being mayor, Mike takes on new challenges, helping cities across the nation deliver for the middle class, providing scholarships for college, driving innovations in job training, helping pass gun safety laws, and supporting efforts to combat climate change. Now Mike is running for president to beat Trump and have the wealthy pay their fair share to build an economy that works for everyone. Mike Bloomberg for president.
I'm Mike Bloomberg, and I approve this message.
The Kia Holiday Sticker Sales Event is going on now at Future Kia of Clovis. Get big holiday savings on over 200 new Kias, including 65 tough and ready SUVs, Kia Sportage, Sorento, and Telluride. Save big now at Future Kia of Clovis or cloviskia.com 24/7.
Eyewitness News is brought to you in part by Mercedes-Benz of Fresno.
President Trump made a surprise visit to Afghanistan today. He spent time with the U.S. troops on Thanksgiving Day. He arrived at Bagram Airfield and spent 2.5 hours with the troops. During the visit, he announced he plans to restart talks with the Taliban. An Austrian athlete fulfilled a lifelong dream today when he moved Munich's high sky Ferris wheel by hand. Well, that's one way to burn off Thanksgiving calories. I don't know if they celebrate that over there. He says he's overjoyed that he did it, and the most important thing he says was to get it moving right away. Isn't that the truth? Andrew Martin joined us now with a sneak peek at what's coming up next in Sports Central. Andrew.
Ken, Josh Allen made a statement today on national TV against the Cowboys. A Thanksgiving Day performance we'll remember for a long time. We'll show you what the Fireball native did today next in Sports Central.
A little preparation will make you and your family safer in an emergency. A week's worth of food and water, radio, flashlight, batteries, and a first aid kit are a good start. To learn more, visit safetyactioncenter.pge.com.
Pass the gravy on Thursday and skip the madness on Friday. The better Black Friday sell-a-thon is on at your California Ford dealers. The best Black Friday savings are here with a $500 Amazon.com gift card on top of other offers. Now get F-150 with 0 for $72. Lease the 2020 Explorer for $299 per month. Or lease Ranger for $199 per month. Don't forget the $500 Amazon.com gift card Friday only. Get crazy savings during the better Black Friday sell-a-thon at your California Ford dealers.
The Fashion Furniture 59th Annual Floor Sample Closeout starts Friday with savings up to 70%. Leather power recliners regularly $13.99 are just $6.99. Power reclining console love seats with power headrest were $19.99, now only $6.99. High leg leather recliners with power headrest, 3 different styles to choose from at $12.99. Dining room, curio cabinets, console entertainment walls, youth and home office furniture. Many one-of-a-kind items. So shop early, but don't miss the 59th Annual Floor Sample Closeout at Fashion Furniture.
All right, let's get going.
I want to make champagne. I ordered it for everyone. I think I have the exact amount.
We got the biggest Subaru to help bring our family together.
Just resting my eyes.
Even though we're generations apart.
What a day. I just love those kids.
The 3-row Subaru Ascent. Love. It's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
Visit Lithia Subaru of Fresno for a test drive today.
Hey, San Joaquin Valley. Thanks to your hard work, our air quality is improving.
By working together, we can continue to clean up our valley's air.
Together, we can drive less.
Together, we can rake leaves instead of using a leaf blower. Together, we can get more electric and hybrid vehicles on the road.
It's up to all of us to improve our air.
By working together, we're making it better.
For more information, visit healthyairliving.com. A message from the Valley Air District.
Is your family ready for an emergency? You can prepare by mapping out 2 ways to escape your home, creating a supply kit, and including your whole family in practice drills. For help creating an emergency plan, visit safetyactioncenter.pge.com.
It's the December to Remember sales event going on right now at Fresno Lexus.
Now, Sports Central, presented by Table Mountain Casino.
For the first time in 25 years, the Buffalo Bills played on Thanksgiving. That's a big deal. What's an even bigger deal for the town of Firebaugh is the fact today's game was in Dallas. American Airlines has a direct flight from Fresno to Dallas. You see where I'm going with this? Josh Allen had his own cheering section at AT&T Stadium. An estimated 40 people, family and friends. They saw Allen's team get behind 7-0, but not panic. Here in the second quarter, Allen finds Cole Beasley for a 25-yard touchdown. That ties the game. Later in the second, look at Allen's toughness. On 4th and 1, he fumbles the ball, picks it up, and pushes forward for the first down. Third quarter, Josh Allen uses his legs. He runs for a 15-yard touchdown. Bills win the game 26-15. They are 9-3.
Well, you told us when we met with you yesterday that this has been a dream of yours, a bucket list item, and all you wanted to do was eat a turkey leg on the field after a win, and so we have a special surprise for you.
I love it. Thank you guys so much. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Go Bills. I don't know what to say. You know, it's awesome. We're 9-3. Let's go.
Take a bite.
There we go.
Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy the win, Josh.
That is fantastic. Elsewhere around the league, it's a triple header today. The Saints and Falcons are playing right now on our sister station, KC24. New Orleans leads 10-6 in the second quarter. A missed extra point, the difference in this one. Earlier today, the Bears beat the Lions 24-20. Whether or not you watched any of those games, football is a part of Thanksgiving, just like turkey and family and friends. With that being said, we asked several Bulldogs what they are thankful for.
I'm thankful for having the opportunity to be a Fresno State Bulldog, to be able to put on this jersey, the same jersey my dad put on, to be able to just, these guys taking me in, and Coach Tepper taking a chance on a D2 kid. I'm thankful for it all.
I'm just thankful for all my teammates, you know what I mean, just everything that they've taught me, and just coming into this year, not really knowing how to be a leader, they've definitely taught me how to be a leader.
Man, I'm thankful that I got to play this season. I made it in all my games. I made it through the end of the year without a gruesome injury.
All right.
And the Bulldogs play at San Jose State on Saturday.
Happy Thanksgiving. See you at 11.
CBS 47 Eyewitness News is on air, online, and on the go. Take Eyewitness News with you and share your stories with us on Facebook, Twitter, and on yourcentralvalley.com. local marching band, barred from practicing on their own football field. CBS 47 was on your side and helped them get the access they needed.
We're definitely thrilled that you were on our side.
See this story and contact us at yourcentralvalley.com. Eyewitness News investigates.
Hey, it's your Sandman here. Down here. I bet you didn't know getting rid of your old mattress was so easy. Your retailer can pick it up when they deliver your new one, drop it off at a participating Bye Bye Mattress location, or contact your city about curbside pickup. Then your old mattress may be recycled into lots of new, useful things. It's like a big old swipe right for the earth. Visit buybuymattress.com for details.
It's the December to Remember sales event going on right now at Fresno Lexus. Fantastic holiday savings like a brand new 2019 Lexus ES350 for 0% APR. Or how about a brand new 2019 Lexus RX350 SUV for 0% APR. So go online right now and see our brand new inventory at Fresno.